Ladies and gentlemen, under the visionary leadership of Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, the government has undertaken bold reforms to create the most conducive business and investment environment, including strengthening policy frameworks, enhancing transparency, reducing bureaucratic barriers, improving infrastructure, and fostering public-private dialogue to attract both domestic and foreign investors. Ladies and gentlemen, the United Republic of Tanzania and the Sultanate of Oman have enjoyed bilateral mutual cooperation that has existed for decades of years now. Tanzania has reaffirmed its commitment to foster cordial and friendly relations with Oman, and not only in diplomacy, but also in trade, industry, and economic cooperation.
Tanzania, agriculture is a mainstay of our economy, and it has been so for the last 60 years. Speaking of the economy, stability, you are speaking of the capacity of Tanzanians to produce. We do have the overall land available for agriculture is estimated to be 44 million hectares around the country. Here I'm speaking of the available and the fertile land we do have here. But also, and that is concerning the crop subsector, because you all understand that speaking of agriculture, you are speaking of livestock, you are speaking of crops, fisheries, and forestry. But this morning we'll be speaking about the crop subsector. And my colleagues tomorrow we will meet, and this evening we'll meet my colleagues who will be speaking about the other three subsectors which are forming the agricultural sector. And that is the general understanding. So out of 44 million hectares, the available land for irrigation which is suitable is 29 million hectares. So you can imagine taking advantage of the water bodies available, taking advantage of the water underground, the country will be able to produce, our capacity is to produce more than 100 metric tons a year.
وعندما نتحدث عن الوجهات الاستثمارية في سلطنة عمان،
na tunapozungumza katika swala la uwekezaji katika serikali ya Oman,
لا بد أن نذكر محافظة الوسطى.
hakuna budi tutaje baadhi ya sehemu muhimu,
وبالتحديد منطقة الدقم الاقتصادية,
na hususan katika upande wa uchumi,
التي أصبحت اليوم
uchumi ambao umekuwa sasa hivi
أحد أبرز المراكز الاستثمارية في المنطقة,
ambayo ni sehemu moja na kubwa muhimu katika kuwekeza,
وبها مشاريع عملاقة.
lakini pia kuna projekti nyingine
كما مصفاة الدقم، مصفاة الدقم، دقم الفراري. أوكي، وكذلك ميناء دقم بورت، وكذلك أيضا بعض الصناعات العملاقة اللي موجودة في منطقة الدقم ومطار الدقم الدولي.
Lakini pia kutakuwa na baadhi ya viwanda ambavyo vitashughulika katika mambo hayo.
إننا نأمل
sisi tunafanya
أن يكون هذا اللقاء اليوم
katika kikao chetu cha leo
أكثر من مجرد تبادل الأفكار.
ni moja ya sehemu kubwa katika kubadilishana maarifa,
بل هي منصة لتوقيع اتفاقيات جادة تؤسس لمشاريع استثمارية واعدة.
lakini pia ni sehemu muhimu katika kuweka makubaliano katika kuwekeza katika nchi mbili hizi,
والهدف لدعم التنمية وتخدم مصالح البلدين.
na kwa lengo la kukuza kiuchumi katika nchi mbili hizi, Omani na Tanzania.
فالسلطنة عبر غرفة التجارة وصناعة عمان
katika upande wa Oman
تؤكد التزامها بدور محوري
kwamba wao watawekeza katika upande
في تهيئة البيئة المناسبة لرجال الأعمال.
katika kutengeneza mazingira ya wananchi.
You come to Tanzania, you find Omanis are across Tanzania, not in Zanzibar. Many people think that Omanis are only in Zanzibar, but they've been living in different parts. So there is a huge history of trade. If you go around Tanzania, you will see the exchange of trade between Oman and Tanzania. This is for long. But now it's our job is to make it better and better and to enhance it and to see those numbers. You will be surprised for the past 5 years, the number of exchange trade between Oman and Tanzania has started increasing. But it's not a number that you should be relying on. I'm an ambassador, and I see Omanis brothers, they're calling me sesame seeds, and they want also cashew nuts and a few avocados. They're not coming to Oman, they've been exported. But this goes back to the old roots, the silk roots. It's the same that we're continuing. So if it goes to Oman, very great. But if it goes to the world, that's what we needed. And this proves the relation between Oman and Tanzania. But one point is very important that I would like to mention, and thanks for giving me a chance to mention some, is the agreements that we have signed between Oman and Tanzania. And one of the most important is the promotion and protection of investments. So this is, you have to be assured, that has already been signed for the both sides. So that's one we can enjoy and capitalize on that one. Another agreement that we have signed in December, His Excellency Jihaz al-Dharaib in Oman, Tax Authority, have signed with His Excellency Minister of Finance of Tanzania, is the double taxation avoidance. So that also gives you a big plus when it comes to doing business. That beside of political consultation, and we also have got a Lajna al-Mushtarika, or let's say JPC, that we have held, me and my brother, His Excellency Abdul Mwilima. We hosted it in Oman in 2022 in December, and there will be another one to be held here in Tanzania.
Tanzania Chamber of Commerce and the Omani Chamber of Commerce and Industry enjoys 15 to 20 years of collaboration. The last update was done in 2022 in the presence of Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan during her state visit to Sultan of Oman, and fortunately it was witnessed by His Excellency Abdul Mwilima. At that time he was ambassador accredited in Oman. Between that time and the last 15 to 20 years, we've been having several exchange visits from Oman to Tanzania, from Tanzania to Oman, both public and private sector. Highlight number 2 is the shared values. Omani has a vision of 2040, and Tanzania has a vision of 2050. One remarkable shared value from Omani Vision 2040 is that they are supervising the private sector and investment involvement in international cooperation. Fantastic. The shared value on the development vision of Tanzania 2050 is that Tanzania by year 2050 will be having an industrialized upper income economy with a GDP over $700 billion US, with a per capita income of $8,000 per person per year.